toymaker disapproved, arguing with the inventor before leaving town. The inventor went on to live a very successful life.
Damn it. Oh, 5 a.m. Oh. Hey there, and welcome back to Crafty's Play Zone, where we're going to be tackling Bears Night. Again, I guess. We didn't really do it much last time. We pretty much went into the minigames and discovered the true story behind Crafty's Play Zone. Boy, was that a ride. We're going to mute this. We have got to get in the zone here. This is not easy. Alright, I gotta be super aware of a few things. One, cameras, cannot let them get into the office, or I can't let them attack the power box the way they did before.
Wow, we've done a lot this show, haven't we?
We sure have. Since the end of the show already.
Okay, go back. Alright, they're striking.
Once there was an old toy maker who created toys for all the children in town. But
Let's see if we can get rid of you.
the skilled inventor approached him one day. Wow, we've done a lot this show, haven't we?
We sure have.
They're attacking.
Ready?
Unfortunately, yes. But don't worry, we'll be back another.
Come on.
The inventor approached him one day with the most wondrous idea. Wow, we've done a lot this show, haven't we?
We sure have. Since the end of the show already.
Haven't we?
We sure have. Since the end of the show already.
Where is she? Oh my gosh, she's getting so far. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not good, not good, not good.
How about I take some of your old toys and go make something amazing out of them?
Shoot.
End of the show already.
Unfortunately,
Uh-oh.
yes. But don't worry, we'll be back another day.
What? That's so far away. I hope everyone has had lots of...
Alright, rewind. Oh, that's not good. She's definitely at the door. Yep, there you go. Oh.
Long past retired, a failed inventor approached him one day with the most wondrous idea. He asked, "How about I take some of your old toys and go make something
How do I know if she's
amazing
gone?
out of them?" The old toy maker.
Oh! I had to keep playing it. Oh my god. What time is it? 2 a.m. I have to do better there because she's pretty much the toughest one. She got away from me so quickly.
But don't worry, we'll be back another day.
Come on, go away.
That's so far away. I hope everyone has...
Creation of the toys and all the teddy bears.
No
have
way,
been
she's already
melted
here.
Together. The
No.
toy maker disapproved.
Like, it's so crazy how quick she is. Oh my god. Yep, I know.
The toy maker disapproved, arguing with the inventor before leaving town. The inventor went on to live a very successful life without him.
Oh no. Oh, you are really tough to deal with.
There. Oh, the toy maker.
Yeah, I had a feeling that wasn't gonna work.
The toy maker disapproved, arguing with the inventor.
No
before
way.
leaving town. The inventor went
Oh, you already left, which means I'm screwed. Alright, well. I'm not gonna be able to... I'm so screwed. Oh lord.
Toy maker.
Okay, well, we lost power, so... We're just gonna try and deal with this without power. Somehow. I don't even know where they are. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know where Mama went, cause
Once
yeah, that was instant. Just play. I'm just playing it.
there was an old toy maker.
I don't know how you're supposed to keep up with that. I don't know how. She's so quick. I need to see where she is. Come on, show me the feet already. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's... Seriously?
Crafty's Play Zone.
I know I have.
I'm screwed. Cause I didn't get back to her in
Be
time.
sure to visit our
Yeah, I had no chance.
It together. Oh, the toy maker disapproved.
Time
Arguing
out.
with the
Oh my god.
teddy bears had been melted together.
Yeah, it's only
The
gonna
toy
delay.
maker disapproved. Arguing with the inventor.
My initial attempts at the night were a lot better than this. I don't...
The inventor unveiled his hideous creation of the toys, and all the teddy bears had been melted together.
I hope everyone has had lots of fun here at Crafty's Play Zone.
I know I have. The inventor unveiled his hideous creation of the toys, and all the teddy bears had been melted together. Oh, the toy maker. And all the teddy bears had been melted together. Oh, the toy maker disapproved, arguing with the inventor.
Be sure to visit our small gift shop next to our exit, just in case you want to buy any...
Fortunately, yes. But don't worry, we'll be back another day.
That's so fun!
Before leaving town.
That's so far away! I hope everyone has had lots of fun here at Crafty's Play Zone.
I know I... Leaving town, the inventor went on to a very successful life without him.
Uh-oh. Dangerous.
They're disapproved, arguing with the inventor before leaving town. The inventor went on to a very successful life.
Damn it. Oh my god. I was doing really good though. Okay, I'm starting to see the vision a little more now, to be honest. I'm starting to see it more now.
Arguing with the inventor before leaving town. The inventor went on to a very successful life.
Uh-oh. Why are the rats constantly... The stupid coblets are so... Oh, come on. That was just horrible luck, man.
Arguing with the inventor.
Branded plushies, figurines, or Showtime
No, I didn't mean to do that, man.
tapes.
Why do I even bother? I'm done, man.
The next day, the inventor unveiled his hideous creation of the toys, and all the teddy bears had been melted together. Oh, the toy maker disapproved, arguing with the inventor before leaving town. I know I have.
Me too. Be sure to visit our small gift shop next to our... Zone.
I know I have.
Be sure to visit our...
Oh, the toy maker disapproved, arguing with the inventor before leaving town. The inventor went on to a very successful life.
Damn it. Oh, 5 a.m. Oh. Oh no, worst time. I was so screwed, man. I'm done. I'm done. Like I felt like that was a run, and this stupid version 0 bear had to ruin it. That was a good try. I don't have it in me to keep going anymore. Now for this, I think I actually took a look at this part already, because you can change style, right, between the original, or well, I guess the physical animatronic and the digital version, the one that we faced off in that secret night. We can pretty much see Crafty, Trixie, Mama, the Cublets, who apparently also appear as fixed to some degree. But I also didn't realize they have what looks like paint on them. Some kind of specific paint, like this blue one on the left has like red, what looks like paint on the arm and leg. I say paint because then the one in the middle has like purple, and then the one on the right has blue. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I like how some of them are actually missing textures. I guess that also kind of fits with the whole like digital vibe. And then here we have the version 0, right? The version 0 of what though? Is it version 0 of that's something I didn't even think about, the name version 0. Not exactly sure version 0 of what. Of I mean like of Crafty HQ's, like I don't even know, to be honest. And then this is how they look like when they're fixed, and then their data version. Next we have jump scares, which we've seen pretty much all at this rate. Except for, actually no, I guess there is only 3, so yeah, we've seen those already. Development of the map itself. You can have Hank Hill, Squidward, Freddy Fazbear. It's pretty sure there's like Garden of Bam there as well. Our office, the theater. Oh, this is like the main theater room. I didn't even realize, what is Crafty's Play Zone actually? It's like a huge like play park. It's like, it makes me think of like Chuck E. Cheese a little bit, but you have a full ass theater in here. Or, well, okay, maybe not a huge theater, but you have a theater that's more than Chuck E. Cheese has. Then obviously when they show up at the doors, this is the room to our right. Version 0 can go here? I've never seen version 0 in this area of the building. Stage as well, or maybe these are like just testing poses. Obviously some of the jump scares. Jesus. Look at that. Even their outfits are very similar, to be honest. The Cublets. So you can even see there in their models, they have like all sorts of paint on them. It's not just like red paint. Plushies. The main menu. More jump scares. Then you have Model's Progress with Crafty. Some of the environments, Crafty in general. Weird. Why is this under Crafty though? That's interesting. Then you have Trixie, and then Mama, and then Blue, Sun, Pan. You never even learned these guys' names, to be honest. And then version 0. Huh, warning, electrical hazard. I don't know, it's just interesting seeing them actually like show some of those little details. Then we have some artwork with Crafty, Mama, and Trixie, the Cublets, the triple tag team again, version 0. Huh. I don't know. I'm just like, part of my mind's like on Bear Night still. I'm so oh, Bare Feet Only in Trixie Towers and Mama's Splashdown. August 2015. Cross Contamination Matters. Crafty's Play Zone menu. The Frisky combo, 18 bucks for, or no, the Trixie combo. I don't know why I said Frisky. The Trixie hot dog, onion rings, Trixie cheesecake, and fruit twist for 18 bucks. The Crafty combo, burger, fries, cake, and cola. 4 bucks for fries, 8 bucks for mozzarella sticks, 6 bucks for onion rings, 5 bucks for nachos. Jesus. Okay, $3.50 for cola. What size? Cause damn, at least water's free. And then safety first. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. My mind's like spinning a little bit. Like that night took me out of it a little. Berry pie, no flash photography, staff only. I don't know. I don't know. Crafty teacups. Oh, the arcade machines. Okay. And then we have audio. Oh, the messages. You can hear the messages from Charlie. Showtime tape. Wait, so the tape does change. Hold on. I was wondering if the tape changed.
Hello everyone, welcome to Crafty's Playzone, where you can get your creative juices flowing.
Hi there, my name's Mama Bear. I make delicious food for all of you to enjoy. Please be sure to visit.
Okay, so I was right. The tapes do change. Which, I mean, I have to imagine there's a good reason why. I don't know, something about the Mama Bear Storytime tape caught my attention. Because it was a story about an inventor and a toy maker. Alright, so I ended up playing all the Showtime tapes. I'm probably not going to show it though, because it doesn't seem like there's anything super important throughout the tapes. It's pretty much the entire routine of like one of their shows, basically. So, the one that I really want to focus on are the Mama Story tapes, because I don't know, there was, the last tape has mention of a story between a toy maker and an inventor. And I just want to see if that is somehow supposed to serve as some sort of allegory for what's happening in this game.
This is the story of how I found my 3 little cublets. One day, I was trying to find apples in the woods for my apple pie. That's when I heard a soft rustle of leaves to my side, along with playful giggling. I quietly made my way over to the bush that made such a noise, and peeked inside. And behind the leaves and twigs were 3 precious little cubs. Oh, they were all covered in dirt, and they were shivering from the cold breeze. My heart was so broken, I placed each of them into my picnic basket, and I made my way home. I gave each of them a little bubbly bath, gave them some clean clothes, and I adopted them as my own. The end.
Okay, so that's the story about Mama adopting the cublets.
This is a story of a young boy named Eddie. He lived in a log cabin in the woods with his mother, his father, and his younger brother. One day, Eddie decided to wander into the woods to collect some firewood in order to please his mother. As he was picking up the dry pieces of wood off the ground, a huge bear emerged from the darkness with huge claws and a toothy snarl, which frightened him at first. But then he noticed the bear's snarl was instead a smile, and they instantly became friends. But suddenly, Hunter came out from under the trees and shot the bear in the leg. Eddie fought as hard as he could, but ultimately he lost his new friend. The end.
Okay, well that's a sad story to tell children.
This is the story of a man and woman who worked at a bakery. One day, while their boss wasn't looking, they looked into his office to find he had been stealing ingredients from local farmers. Oh, enraged, the man confronted his boss, demanding he'd fix it, or else he'd tell everyone in town. The boss looked unfazed, politely telling him not to worry, just to try some of his homemade cookies. The next day, the man had returned as happy as ever, and was working twice as hard as he normally did.
Oh.
And asked, "Why are you so happy? What about the stolen ingredients?" The man replied, "Nothing happened yesterday. Now let's get back to work." The end.
Okay. I don't know about the second and third story, but this one is definitely a reference to the help points, because the help points are capable of manipulating memories as well, if I'm not mistaken. Ironically, the one side effect I remember is delirium, but besides that, we know that the help points and the termination room are used to manipulate the employees, to make them work twice as hard, right, as they just said in the story tape. And they kind of, like in terms of behavior, their behavior is altered completely, and this is all through the procedures that go through the termination room. And it looks like that's exactly what is being referenced here. The only thing that's kind of interesting is that, I guess, because this wouldn't, the employee that, accused his boss, or, told the boss, I'm going to tell everyone, that kind of employee would normally be terminated. In this part of the story, they just get they were clearly, their mind was manipulated, or, I'm trying to look for other words for it, but essentially they were pretty much made to forget about the stolen ingredients and about the events of the day prior. And not only that, but their mood is now very happy. Something that Anthony, I believe, made note of, how everyone around him was a lot more, it was pretty much changing. A lot like David, who was like very obsessed about the help points and about the company in general. So that's obviously a reference there. Really interesting that the story tape is actually reflecting, like, this talk is like making references to that as indirectly as possible. And now that makes me wonder about the fifth tape, because the fifth tape is about a story between a toy maker and an inventor.
Once there was an old toy maker who created toys for all the children in town, but he had long past retired. A failed inventor approached him one day with the most wondrous idea. He asked, "How about I take some of your old toys and go make something amazing out of them?" The old toy maker was hesitant, but he reluctantly agreed to it. The next day, the inventor unveiled his hideous creation of the toys, and all the teddy bears had been melted together. Oh, the toy maker disapproved, arguing with the inventor before leaving town. The inventor went on to live a very successful life without him.
So that sounds a lot like the story of what I imagine is... See, actually, no, this part's a little tricky, because we know in 1985, or I think maybe it's just a voice thing, but essentially, right, we know that there are two owners of Crafty HQ. The owner there was the owner, Cartwright, from even like back in the 1930s, right? He had this place. Remember, these characters were around since the 30s. And then we have Sam McCoy, who is the remaining co-owner. Now, according to, I believe, Charlie, he said that the rumors about Cartwright having died of old age were recently dispelled. So he did not die of old age, which makes me believe that he died due to suspicious circumstances, because if he didn't die of old age, then that rules out any sort of illness. And besides that, you would have to assume, because of the fact that they were arguing old age in the first place, it wasn't an accident, so it had to have been murder, I imagine. Right? And so now obviously that's kind of like those are the connections there. The toy maker would have been Cartwright, and the inventor that comes along is Sam McCoy. Sam McCoy took the already existing Crafty characters, right, and obviously created the first successful establishment of Crafty Crafts in 1985, the same year that Cartwright would go on to die. And he would go on to have a very successful company, a very successful life. So, again, I don't really know how the second and third tape really correlate to the main story, if it's supposed to. But the fourth and fifth one are talking about the help points, and obviously about the relation between Sam McCoy and Cartwright. At least, I don't think I'm reading too much into it. I think that makes the most sense. So that's interesting. And then you have the vintage tape, obviously. There's no lyrics in this one. It's just... Oh my god. There's no lyrics in it. It's just this, like, tune. And, of course, this all brings me back to one thing. What exactly was version 04? Because we know that version 0's technology was used to create the termination room, which begs the question, again, version 0 of what, and what was his purpose? What was he doing in 1985? But again, all questions that I'm curious to see if we'll ever get the answer to. But we also have modifiers, which are pretty much challenges where your door starting health is cut down by a third, outdated tech where your cameras are black and white and more pixelated, and insomnia where the night's time is slowed while playing a tape, which is wow. Memory chip tracking, all characters' locations are revealed in the camera map, enhanced audio, and idle configuration. Now, one thing that is very interesting here is this term, memory chip tracking, because we know that the animatronics have a chip on the back of their necks thanks to Bethany, and literally the cheat pretty much confirms that it is a memory chip using the memories of the terminated employees, it seems like. Speaking of which, that pretty much covers extras, but I want to look at one last thing real quick before we sign off here. It was in the mini games. I wanted to actually see what employees were considered terminated, so I didn't get to see the entire list. I'm assuming, hold on, so we have Maxwell, Johnny, Amelia, so she was also terminated as well, Charlie, David's still alive, Chris removed from system, Adam terminated, Adam, that's a new one, Ethan terminated, Ethan, Bethany terminated, Anthony terminated, so pretty much almost everyone terminated. I'm trying to remember all the names. David, shoot, David's still active. Is David the one? Oh my god. Hold on. I'm probably... Okay, no, not yet. Is David the one that was looking for Ethan in the first place? You also have Chris. I'm trying to remember the names, right? So at this point in time, Ethan is confirmed to... Oh god. Can't you see... seriously? I'm trying to read this. David's active. Chris removed from system. Employee number 3. Adam, employee number 4. Ethan, employee number 5. Some of the most early employees. I guess I never really figured out, or I guess I never really understood. What are we doing here in this mini game? Oh, hey there. I didn't mean to do that. But what are we doing here? Like, we're grabbing the cartridges and bringing them back to me in what? In an attempt to shut down? Are we trying to shut down? That seriously doesn't work? Okay. Are we trying to shut down Crafty's Great Adventure? Because if we are, then, well, we know we failed, because the arcade machine was still active in the room, right, where version 0 would be found. Even after taking all these mini-games that are probably infused with, you know, the memories and the spirits, or maybe not spirits, but the memories of the employees, the minds of the employees. I'm guessing that's why all of these arcade games were the key to actually getting this, or the key to actually, like, shutting down this game. But yeah, I guess those are just that's a few things I want to at least, like, bring up. The only other thing, don't remind me. The only other thing, by the way, is what is it? I could have sworn there was a bad ending section here. I don't know. The bad ending. The good ending is escaping from the database. So we actually escape, but the database remains. So what's the bad ending? It's not losing. How do you get the bad ending? That's something that I also don't know. Bit of a tricky one, that is. Bit of a tricky one. Now, I guess I should mention, today's a double upload day because I didn't get to upload yesterday. So, I didn't get to check if there's anything missing from the last video, obviously. If there is anything significant, I might make another video on it, but for the most part, if that is everything, then that's going to be it for Crafty's Playzone. Why did I say it so weirdly? Crafty's Playzone by Crafty HQ. Overall, what a great game. Love the gameplay, you know, simple, but I love the idea of the cassette tape being like the main feature here, using the cassette tapes to ward off the characters. Why do I feel like I gave thoughts already? If I did, then I guess I'm repeating myself a little. But I think gameplay-wise, it just works really well, and I really love the story. But of course, with all that said, I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Lets me know you're enjoying the content, and I want to see more of it. The game will be in the description below as always. Great job to Crafty HQ. And with that said, I'll see you in another video. If you haven't seen the the Late Shift at Nintendo story breakdown, it'll be in the description below as well. And take care.